Welcome to Long Range Pursuit. This week, Mike and Aaron Davidson continue their hunt with Sonora Darkhorn Adventures in Mexico. On previous episodes, Mike and Aaron harvested 2 nice desert bighorn sheep, and Mike harvested a trophy Coues deer.
Ow. Oh yeah, this is what you were seeing right here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This week, it's the last hunt in Mexico. It's Aaron's turn to chase Coues deer.
Hey, it looks like a weathery day here in Mexico. We're hunting Coues deer. It's been quite an adventure here with Sonora Darkhorn. We've killed some awesome desert sheep. Mike killed a stomp or Coues deer. We've had some tough weather move in yesterday, a lot of wind, and it brought in a weather system, and it rained all last night. Everything's wet. We've got mud all over the place we have to deal with. We're supposed to have 75-80% chance of rain today. We're going to hunt pretty close to the truck, just bail to some points, glass, and if we see the big clouds coming in and the lightning, we'll be able to bail off and make it back to the truck before we get soaked. We've got a couple pretty good hangouts. We think the Coues are going to be moving today because they were down all day yesterday, and I'm kind of excited. If we can keep our socks dry, then I think we're going to see some big Coues deer. This is water actually that we hear over here. We're going to have to find us a wading spot across the stream in Mexico in the desert. That was two does. Man, after a week of cooking my butt off, sweating, 90-degree weather, now we're about having a fun time staying warm. Everybody's making fun of me for bringing my rain jacket. Look at this, we got rain. Well, we exhausted our possibilities on this space, and we want to see some fresh country, so we're going to pack up, bail off the hill, back to the truck, drive around, get another vantage, and see if we can pick out some deer. At least it'll give us something new to look at. We go over the same spot 8 times, you just about can't do it anymore. Today I want to show you some really neat
products and some processes that we're developing here at Gunwerks that allow us to develop and build really cool products that we can put in your hands as a customer. Essentially, I'm very excited, probably because of my engineering background, about 3D modeling software and the capabilities it gives us for design and for computer-aided machining, and CNC machines. You've seen me use the CNC machines before. I wish I could run those more often, but I'm so excited about taking a big old chunk of steel and turning it into one of our awesome shooting systems. And that's essentially what we're doing here at Gunwerks. So we'll take a 3D modeling program like this and spec out a product. In this case, we're working on a rifle stock. So we'll take an engineered set of specifications for dimensions, for size, and we'll combine that with our design that we're looking for as far as function, form, and the aesthetic. So we can do that, we can model it here. When we've achieved something that we like, what we really want to do is find out if it works and if everybody else likes it before we put it into a manufacturing production process. When we build a mold for a stock, it's going to cost somewhere between $5,000 and $7,000 in machine time and materials to create that. So we want to make sure that this is right before we get started. So a couple ways that we can do that. One way is pretty old school. We can take that 3D model and we can write the computer-aided machining, use the computer-aided machining software to write the code to machine, a test product. So this is machined out of a wood blank, and we can take this and finish it, put a gun in it, and shoot it. But it takes time. It takes some machine time, and if all the machines are busy making parts, it's hard to squeeze that in there. So a new prototyping method that we've just started experimenting with is called rapid prototyping. It essentially takes a printing technology in 3D with plastic, and it's really cool. We've got a sample of our first version, our first prototype version of that rifle stock right here, and it shows kind of the features and shape. And essentially, if you look at it, we print a real lightweight honeycomb structure and then a shell to give it the shape and fit. Now we've prototyped a stock and a bottom metal with a detachable mag box. So you can print some really cool parts and test them, make sure they fit, make sure the design concept and the function is going to work. So that's the main thing that you're trying to do with rapid prototyping. And you can even do it in some metal parts if you need to make functional parts. So we're experimenting with that, and then in this modeling software we can take and make the changes that we found here. And Dane and Lynn's our full-time engineer, and our gun company is just getting to the point where we're big enough to be able to put a guy like Dane in place and put him to work full-time making new parts and products. So we've got action bodies, scope rings, stocks, bottom metal. All that stuff can be designed and prototyped and proven before it gets put into production. So in our company, with this growth, we've got a lot of other positions that are pretty fun. Some of them are hard work. We've got sales guys that get to go to trade shows, and they get to go hunting in the fall, do shooting tips, and visit with customers on the phone about all the products that we sell, and help them find something that'll make their hunt, or their competition, or their recreation that much better. So what we're looking at here in Gunwerks is growing. We've been growing. We're looking at growing some more. We're looking for some people that want to come kind of live in this awesome Wyoming country. We're just outside of Cody, Wyoming, and that want to work with a gun company doing something that's very exciting. We've got guys in editing. We're looking for some awesome, talented shooters or creative people. We're looking for some production, scheduling, and management guys that can handle working with the people in the shop and purchasing and procuring materials, work with our inventory control software. We're looking for some composite technicians. We've got some neat stuff coming online with rifle stocks, where we're working with hard tooling, doing some hand layups and epoxies. So guys that have experience there, we have some openings in those positions. Also CFO controller type person that can come in and serve at that account level position and work with some bookkeepers underneath him or her to kind of keep track of how our company's growing and to give us the tools to leverage new products and processes here to make better products for our customers. So if you're interested at all in a position with Gunwerks, take a look at gunwerks.com and click on the link for resources and take a look at the employment opportunities that we have. We have a few job postings and a few that are coming soon, so take a look there, or send us an email with a cover letter and a resume to hiring@gunwerks.com. Hey, thanks for spending a few minutes with me here and checking out the neat stuff that we have going at Gunwerks. And if it's something that you're interested in, send us an email. Thanks.
Hey, we started early this morning. We hiked into what they call the high spring. There's a couple natural springs on this place. Pretty cool, old Indian artifacts. Been used for a long time. But we had some killer rain, and we kind of took a gamble today that we aren't going to get rained on. The clouds are spotty. We'll see. I think for the morning we're safe. We got into this little basin, and it just opens up big, very big. We've got a lot of stuff to glass. It's pretty exciting. We're going to head up to this knob right here, give us a 360 view, and we'll set up and we'll hunt Coues deer the easy way in lounge chairs and big eyes and take it easy and see if we can find a big buck. There is so much awesome country to glass up here. We're gonna be here all day.
We're up here with Mike and Aaron Davidson with Gunwerks rifles from Wyoming. We've been hunting hard for 6 days now. We had 2 sheep hunts prior to this. These guys can shoot. They've proven that on the sheep and the one whitetail that Mike killed. The country sets up to where some of the shots could be pretty lengthy, and we've got Gunwerks rifles in our camp. That's all we shoot. If needed, they're very capable of doing the job. So right now we're just up on top in some pretty big country for Aaron, and we're just trying to find a big buck up in here. We shouldn't have any trouble doing that. It'll take some time, but we'll get it done.
That's not fair. I've been sitting on this face, just glassing back and forth and back and forth. I've probably done it at least 6 times in some of these spots, maybe 8 times. And here Dave moves over, sets up his big glass. He's got this buck found within 2 minutes. They've got this buck spotted. He's looking pretty good. We're so darn cold, we can't hardly look through the glass and see what he is. Looks like he's got pretty good eye guards, pretty good points all around, good mass. He's an old deer. I mean, he's what we're looking for. Dave, he's shopping. He's thinking there's going to be another big buck in there. He's not going anywhere. I think we're just going to hang tight, take a real good look at it. Make sure he makes our minimum. He's about a half mile away. Well, Dave gave me the go-ahead. This is a really good deer. He's very good looking. He's an old, mature deer, good mass. Dave says he's a bubble deer, which means he could be above our benchmark or maybe a little below. We're looking for a 105-inch deer or better. That's a pretty studly buck. We're gonna go ahead and set up on this shot, and we're gonna take him. We're gonna spend a little time checking the wind because it's been switching on us. It's about a half-mile shot. If we drop down to the bottom and try to get closer, we'll probably lose him. We were just shooting this gun yesterday at 900 and 1,000, and it's solid. So as long as we can get that wind doped, we're gonna make this happen. Dial for 890, so just over a half mile.
Down.
Well, I did make an adjustment on my turret. He moved up the hill just a little bit, and I probably should have spun up another 15-20 yards, but I was running the rangefinder. Mike was back there running the spot and scope and the camera, so and the wind meter, so we were a little short on guys. Looks like that first shot was brisket low, and you know, he moved up into the rocks and finished him up with another nice shot. Just held, you know, kind of top of the back. He ended up just in that 915 yard range. So when they're that far away, you do need to make an adjustment if they move off on you just a little bit. We just needed one more man running the rangefinder here, giving me an update. But we had some tricky winds. We had some left to right wind, and then right to left, and then we had rim wind straight on, and so had to deal with some adjustments there. Had Mike behind the scope. He's pretty solid on that, and so just do what he says, and usually you end up hitting pretty good. So.
Right on, brother. Good job. Oh, thank you, man. Gunwerks does it again.
Hey, look at that! Now it's no wind.
Right. It was pretty calm there when he was broadside. Before we
straight
decided
right at us.
to get at it. Well, let's go.
All right,
let's get over there.
Let me clean up my mess.
Right on.
That thing is a stud.
Oh,
here.
hell yeah, it is. No wooded out. Oh, he's heavy. Good time. That's 7, huh?
Yeah. I wasn't putting him over.
3.5 inch guards. No clip 105.
Nice.
105, 107 type, you know? Those are big beams.
Yeah, good mass.
Yeah.
I saw this over there.
All right.
It's pretty steadily.
Awesome.
Good job, Aaron.
But this is really awesome place, man. We got some awesome sheep hunts that we did. Great coues. I mean, Mike's was a stud. This thing is. I am so happy with this deer. This is phenomenal. But I'm glad Mike and Raul are buddies. I'm just tagging along on this deal. He sure hooked us up. It's been a great hunt.
Just a left. A little more.
Hunting apparel for long-range pursuit provided by Sitka and Kenetrek Boots of Montana. License applications made through Cabela's Tags. Brought to you by Gunwerks, G7 Optics, Night Force, Hornady, Flatline Ops, and Caldwell Shooting Supplies.
It's over there by the cactus.
Narrows it down.